What's good, everybody? It's your boy Sarkis. This is I Told You So, and we got a very special person in the building today. Gary, the Armenian sniper, Chivichyan, baby.
Nice meeting you, bro.
Nice to meet you as well, man. This has been a long time coming. I'm glad we got to finally sit down and do it. Very thankful for you to be here, man. Kind of just tell everyone where the nickname even Armenian sniper comes from and just who you are, man.
Yeah, great question, man. It's a pleasure to be here. Actually, we spoke a couple years ago, and I think now is the perfect time, and it finally came together. The nickname actually came in 2020 when I was at the University of Pacific. Our head coach Damon Stoudemire, he started calling me the Armenian sniper, and it just kind of took off from there. So
Okay. All right. So Damon Stoudemire.
Yep.
That must have been one of your early inspirations as well.
Yeah, Damon Stoudemire was a big, a big piece in the road. I think when I got there and transitioned there from Idaho State, I think it was a lot to be learned from him, especially on the defensive end. So he was a cornerstone piece to the growth.
Awesome, man. So kind of tell us a little bit about where you are today. I know you just got off the 2025 season overseas in Lebanon.
Yep.
Dominated that league.
Yep.
Over 40% shooting on the three-point line.
Yep.
16 plus PPG. Kind of just let us know where you're at today. What are you doing? What's the next move?
Yeah.
And just kind of.
Yeah. The Lebanese season went great. I actually played there in 2024 season as well, and prior to that, I was in the G League. But the Lebanese league this last year went really great. The league is an amazing league. Got to compete against some really big names. Great competition, and it was fun, man. It really was fun. It was a great experience. I knew I needed to put a good season together to ultimately do what I was trying to do in the summer.
For sure.
And a mediocre one wouldn't have cut it. So I did put in a lot of work, a lot of preparation leading up to it, and it really did pay off.
Of course, and I see that through all the results, really.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Before you went to the Lebanon League, you were on the Clippers G League team?
So in 2021, I got drafted. I spent 2 weeks with the Minnesota Timberwolves G League, and I ended up getting traded to the Clippers.
Okay.
So I spent the season there, and I think that was the first kind of historical step for me, is becoming the first Armenian drafted into the NBA G League, walking into 5 different NBA gyms, and getting the experience with the Los Angeles Lakers, the Clippers, the Houston Rockets, the Warriors, as well as Sacramento pre-draft.
Okay.
The first gym I actually ever walked into, first NBA gym, was actually the Lakers facility.
Awesome.
A man named Don Sellers, rest in peace. He was connected to me by my agency. And Don Sellers was a former scout in the NBA. He's seen me play in college. He's seen some of my film. And he said, hey, look, I believe in you. Like, I think you could be the first Armenian to ever, do this. And
Props,
and to get into the G League. So he basically took me to the Lakers facility, brought me in, and I spent 2 weeks there with the full team just before training camp. Okay. And I think that kind of springrolled into the rest of everything that happened after. So shout out to my agency who gave me that opportunity, and shout out to my trainer, Coach Viken, who prepared me for these opportunities.
Awesome, man. So speaking of your agency, this is your company itself, or is an agency you work with?
So at the time, basically when I finished my college career, I signed with Vartanyan Sports Management. He's an individual agent, but he does have a strong unit and a strong team around him as well. Okay. So I chose to go with him, and to be honest, it was the greatest decision of my life, because we did everything that all the other Armenians before me and all the other people were trying to do, and we were able to pull a lot of it off. At least to this day. Got you.
Speaking of some Armenians, I guess. As far as athletics, was there any specific like Armenian athletes that you saw and you were like, this guy did it, why not me? And I know not in basketball, you're the first Armenian to be nominated for an ESPY, first Armenian to be drafted in the G League, to play on an NBA summer league team. Insane shit, man. First of all,
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
That was like my dream in high school. I played basketball growing up. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, I want to be in the NBA. Oh, who doesn't when they're playing basketball,
of course.
Right? But obviously, stop growing at 5'9", it's not happening anymore. But to see real life, someone actually did it. It's impressive, bro, and I'm inspired by that.
I appreciate that,
And
bro.
a lot of Armenian kids and just kids in general who are a minority group who don't have that person in their own race or whatever to look up to. They could look at you as like someone who broke that barrier and take that, not only being Armenian, just anything really.
I appreciate that, man.
So speaking of that, again, any Armenian athletes that specifically when you were younger, you were like, man, this guy is the first XYZ.
Yeah.
I could be the first
Yeah.
baller.
Yeah. You know, Armenian athlete is vague because there's been so many great Armenian athletes in the history. But to pinpoint one that was inspiring for me growing up was ultimately my dad first, and my brother second.
Gotcha.
For those who don't know, my dad is in the Mixed Martial Arts Hall of Fame. Judo champion, Grand champion, jiu-jitsu champion, competed all over the world, undefeated.
What's your dad's name, bro?
His name is Gokor Chivichyan.
Gokor.
Yeah.
Shout out Gokor.
Yeah, thank you. Gokor Chivichyan, he was considered the greatest grappler of all time. When he was coming up, there wasn't UFC. There was a bunch of tournaments across the world. There was a lot of different avenues and competitions that he competed in. He won them all.
Gotcha.
And second was my brother. Actually, Arthur was a 6-time judo national champion. He went really, really far. And actually, he was a great basketball player. He was really, really good. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, my brother is a great example of an Armenian kid in basketball, particularly, not other sports, who had unbelievable talent. Like, I'm talking 10 out of 10 talent. He dominated Drew Holiday he was playing at Fedayyan, by the way. He played all the way through in Fedayyan. Gotcha. He dominated Drew Holiday, state championship, historical type of run, but he had 0 college basketball offers. He had nothing. And to be honest, there's been a lot of great Armenian basketball players in those same shoes. Gotcha. So it's going to be, I think, my job now to help these Armenian kids who do have the potential, who do have the talent. I want to put that ladder for them to climb, because
it's possible.
It's possible.
I did it. You can
yeah. 100%. 100%.
That's interesting you mentioned. How much of that is the kind of politics that goes into the sport itself? Because obviously it's a business too. It's not just, of course you want it to be, let's get the best players at all times. Of course. But there's dynamics in it that involves politics and people knowing you, liking you, and taking you under their wing, when you don't have someone.
Yeah, no, already. For sure. I mean, sometimes there is politics, but a lot of times I think politics is used as an excuse. Okay. I think it's more so, do you have the resources? Okay. Do you have the agent? Do you have the college scouts? Do you have the AAU programs and the prep schools? Do you have access to these coaches? Do you have what you need to progress through each level? And guess what? A lot of the Armenian community, they don't. Right. And even further, it's not just the Armenian community. It's much bigger. Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, they don't.
I guess how did you end up kind of getting those resources and taking advantage of them? Yeah,
great question, man. Great question. So when I was in high school coming up, I was a solid basketball player growing up from 9th to 12th grade, and I went to Armenia.
Right.
I did go to Armenian school all the way to 8th grade. I went to Merdinyan up to 6th grade, and then I spent 2 years at Fedayyan from 6 to 8, I believe.
Okay.
Somehow, some way, I was able to find my way transitioning into an American school, which was kind of known for sports.
Yeah.
And I kind of got myself out of the circle, the bubble that
the Armenian bubble.
The Armenian bubble. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
I know exactly.
Yeah, it's very common, right? Yeah. I kind of got out of that, and it was very different. It was a bit tough to adapt early on.
Yeah.
But I think as time went on, I was like, okay, because coming out of Armenian school, I thought I was like a god. Like, I was the best basketball player ever. Yeah. But when I got to Armenia, I realized I have a ton of work to do. You know what I mean? And these dudes here are working day and night. They don't think they're good. They're hungry. They're waking up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and they're pushing. Right. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I got a lot of work to do. So that's where the shift happened. I had a great coach named Trey Meeks at Armenia, and Coach Logan and all these guys who really showed me the way and what it takes. And I think that's where the door kind of opened, and my mind started expanding. You
started to think this is possible for me.
Yeah. And not only is it possible, it's like, what does it take? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how hard are these guys working to get a Division I scholarship or a college scholarship? They were working much harder than I was.
Gotcha.
But when I got there, things changed, right? Because now I started seeing what it takes.
Gotcha.
So 4 years at Almany, no basketball scholarships. I even had a great senior year, dominated in a lot of showcases.
Yeah.
Did a whole lot. 0 basketball offers, not D1, not D2, not D3. I had some looks, but very light. So my high school career ended, and I was like, wait a minute, like we gotta keep this going. Like, I worked too hard. I want the opportunity. And we came across a good friend of mine now, Coach Middlebrooks, and he was in downtown Cathedral, and he had a prep school called Middlebrooks Prep.
Okay.
He said, come here, let's work hard, and I'm gonna put some opportunities in front of you, and if you could capitalize, then you could capitalize. That's all we could ask for, right? As basketball players.
For sure.
I said, great. So we get to middle school, we get to prep school. I work my ass off, and we got college coaches coming in the gym every day now. We got Virginia in there, we got UCLA in there, we got so on and so on. I was able to put a good season in prep school.
Yeah.
And that spring-rolled me to meeting a ton of Division I coaches, ton of college coaches across the country. And I ended up, going to Idaho State and then starting the journey. But yeah, to your point, the resources were gained through just searching and hoping and praying and really not giving up. And then, obviously now I'm at a point where I have resources from start to finish, from youth to the camps, to the coaches, to the agents, to the managers, to the college scouts. These are the resources that are going to help the next kid follow suit.
Sure.
So,
from my understanding, the key to that whole journey there was getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of that bubble, especially for like an Armenian kid, is get out of the Armenian bubble.
Definitely.
And see what everyone is doing and match that and try to surpass it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I think you understand it pretty correctly. I mean, the thing is the Armenian culture is really great, right? Very family oriented,
Of course.
extremely loving, extremely traditional. That's great. But if you want a basketball career and you want to be a college basketball player on a $500,000 scholarship, and then you want to be a pro to sign overseas or have opportunities in the NBA, you got to sacrifice everything. I mean, there is nothing that you can do on a regular basis. And I think sometimes they don't understand that.
For sure. Tell me a little bit about those 6 a.m. days, when you're waking up. What was the workout regimen like back then? What did it kind of evolve into as the levels increased? And just take me through that journey a little bit.
Yeah, man. I think you go ahead. You're saying something?
The workout plan, essentially.
The workout plan. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Really good question, man. So when I was in Almany, the goal was to be in the gym at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And, I'd go through my shooting drills. I'll go through some core exercises. I'll do some cardio, and then I'd get ready for school. Obviously, we had practice after, and that was. And then if we got in the gym at night to shoot or whatever, we did. And for high school, that's good enough, right? You're in the gym early. You're getting your work done. You go to school. You got practice. If you do something at night, great. As you progress, when I got to Idaho State, and that's a Division I low major college, right? Low to mid major, the Big Sky. Competition's elevated. Guys are more athletic. It's a completely different game because the guys in Division I basketball are the top 1% of high school athletes in the world. And not just in the country, but now it's the world, because now, colleges are scouting in Europe. They're scouting in Canada. Yeah, they want the best players, right? Because what Armenian parents and sometimes, minority groups don't understand is, yes, there's politics, but in reality, college coaches are trying to win games and they're trying to keep their job. So they're only going to recruit guys that are going to help them do those two things. So if your grades aren't good, if you're, causing trouble and you're a great basketball player, they're probably not going to bring you because you're risking their job.
For sure.
But back to the workouts. I mean, we get to college, I got to Idaho State. It took a good while for me to understand that this is a new level. And again, I shifted my work ethic a little bit more up. So, now we're being more strategic with my diet, with the little things, the sleep and the weight room, and everything is more specific and more targeted. Then we go to the WCC 4 years later, which is considered a mid to high major kind of conference. It was top 5 at the time. I'm not sure where it's at now. I'm sure it's still top 5.
Okay.
I came into University of the Pacific, and for 4 or 5 months of training camp, again, it was a higher level, which took more out of me. It took again much more discipline, and when you look at it, it's just the little things. You know what I mean? Like, I think what a lot of people are looking for nowadays is they're trying to find the magic potion. What's the
cheat code?
The cheat code. Yeah. Like, what's the workout that I need to do? And they pay this guy and that guy. And there really isn't any cheat code. The cheat code is to be consistent every single day and be very strategic about the little things, So, sure. And then obviously get into higher levels when you become a professional. Now this is your life. This is everything that you do. You eat, you breathe, you sleep, you do nothing but think about basketball. You start watching film at a higher level, and you start paying attention to even the smallest of details. I literally lived my life like a robot for, the last 5-6 years that I've been a professional. I've been an absolute robot with every single thing I did. And when I wasn't robotic, I wasn't good.
Got you.
So
that's what it takes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So from what I remember, the last team that you were on was the Bucks team, right? Or the Summer League
Milwaukee
team?
Bucks in the Summer League. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, dude, really cool one. This time coming into an NBA facility, I was obviously a bit more experienced. I wasn't as starstruck as the first time I had that opportunity to go through pre-draft and through training camp in the G League. So I kind of had that comfort level of walking in and understanding what I'm about to
bring to the table. I'm him.
Yeah.
I'm him. I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah. I had the experience, and more so than being just him, it was, I know the kind of the routine that they're going to take us to, and the level of athleticism at that level. So I came in ready, but I will tell you something very interesting. At the end of my Lebanese season last year, even though it was an unbelievable one, I injured my left groin.
Okay.
And I injured my left groin, and I was out for about a month and a half. Okay. So coming into the training camp, and obviously through this time, we were securing potential opportunities for training camp for the NBA, right? For the Summer League coming up.
Gotcha, yeah.
So we were talking to different teams. It was unsure if I was going to have the opportunity. And we were working on it. Obviously, my agent, my brother, myself, coming back home from Lebanon, I had about 3 weeks to prepare if the opportunity presented itself. Yeah. I hadn't ran, I hadn't sprint, I hadn't done anything.
Gotcha. I was resting on the injury, basically.
I couldn't do anything, bro. And trying to recover, doing everything I can. And starting to get going, but I'm realizing that I still can't explode 100%. So this was a great deal of stress, man, because I finally have the opportunity to do something that I really, really wanted to do, which was kind of the next thing that was really on my mind and the ladder that I'm climbing. Mm-hmm. And I finally had the opportunity, and I couldn't go. 4 days prior to going to Milwaukee, obviously the opportunity came. It was locked in. My agent said, "Hey, look, you're going. Whether you're hurt, whether you're not,
you're there.
You're there. You're going.
Figure it out."
Yeah, figure it out. So 4 days before, I really want to shout out Dr. Philip McDonald. Dr. Philip McDonald, I hope you hear me. I hope you see this too. He brought me in to one of the best doctors in Los Angeles. Okay. They worked some magic on me. I'm not entirely sure what they did. I had some injections going to the tendon, whatever it was great. Okay. I got to training camp, and really it just came down to faith, right? And I was just like,
at that point,
because what you got at training camp for a summer league is you got you got, 25, 30 guys there.
Okay.
But only, 15 or 20 of them are actually going to be on the roster. So everybody else is being sent home.
It's like half the people, basically.
It's like half the people. Yeah. It's you're on. And when you get there, everyone's looking at each other. You're like, it's game time.
You're my prey, basically.
Yeah. I got to beat you out.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of faith required, just trusting the reps and the repetitions and the meditation and everything that I've been doing to prepare for this moment. Cause I couldn't do it physically. Yeah. I couldn't run. I couldn't jump. So
man, that's crazy.
I just had to imagine it. I had to meditate on it, and I just had to pray about it. Just God, please allow me to do the things that I'm capable of. And I put the work in mentally to see it. And I started off slow first 2 days. And my agent, Ara, he called me. I was in the hotel. I was in the top floor.
Okay.
He says, hey, man, I just got a call from the GM. I'm like, oh, shit, this can't be good. He's like, Gary's got to pick it up. Because if he doesn't, we're going to cut him. Oh, man. My heart starts beating out of my chest. And I'm like, there's no way. I got to pick it up. So, I'm up till 4 a.m., brother. I promise you, I was praying and I was focusing on the next day.
Got you.
And I come in the next day. It's a scrimmage. No drills, no nothing. I come in and I dominate. I put in a really good third day in, and then ultimately finish up the 2 weeks really strong. Okay. Finally get the announcement, finally move into Las Vegas, and then it became official.
Hell yeah.
But the tears, the prayers, the ups and downs, it was unbelievable, man. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the opportunity.
It's more than just the physical, like
it is.
Basketball, especially, I feel like, I don't know how you'd break it down percentage wise, but I feel like it's 80-20 up here.
100%.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think life is too. Everything is really mental, and what you believe, you really will achieve. And I know it's a cliche statement, but it is true. Yeah. And there's millions of books about it, and there's millions of people throughout history who've talked about the power of the mind, so.
Of course. Was there any like books or specific like things that inspired you, or like you got that kind of energy from, or was that like a family instilled thing, just watching dad, big bro?
Yeah.
Kind of, how was that for you?
I would say there were some books for sure. I think in 2021, I was able to kind of will my way there through faith, because, and same thing in 2025, and even the overseas opportunity, it was, the chances of any of this happening is less than 1%. Sure. And before I get to the books, I want to kind of present why this does work, and anybody could tap into it. But right now, the percentage and the odds of getting a college basketball scholarship is really less than 1%. Yeah. Not for Armenians, just anybody, right? Yeah. College basketball scholarship, less than 1%. There's 550,000, I think, high school basketball players. They're all going for a small margin, right? A small spot. Right. And then after that, you get to college basketball, it's even less than maybe 1% for, any other opportunities afterwards. So what you need is the discipline and the hard work. That's obviously, a given. Yeah. You need the resources. You need people to guide you there. You need people to coach you mentally, because it's extremely tough mentally. It's the toughest thing you're going to do. And 3, you need your mind, right? And you need to understand how to utilize your mind, your faith, to propel you forward and keep you through the ups and downs of the journey you're about to go on. Because believe me, you're going to go on a real roller coaster, so
it's easy to fall off that path.
Oh yeah. And most quit early on. And especially when they feel a little bit of adversity, they quit. When I was younger, I almost quit plenty of times, but when I was like 15, 16, 17, things were tough, but my brother, he didn't let me go. He always pulled me to the side. He kept coaching me. He kept mentally staying on me. Every time I gave him a negative outlook, he shut it up. He started putting the right idea, the right context, and a winner's attitude in me over and over and over and over again. Even to this very last minute with the Summer League in Lebanon, we were on the phone consistently, day and night, maybe every single week, every single day, mentally redirecting constantly, because you keep going through these. You got to wake up 6 a.m. You can't not wake up. You go through injuries. You got to play through it. Your agent's calling you, the manager's calling you, they're watching you day to day. It's a lot of pressure. So going back to the books, I would say number one, obviously the Bible. I think the Bible was an immense influence on my life. Just reading through the Proverbs, Psalms, Isaiah, reading through some of the New Testament and the Gospel. There's a lot in there that tells you, what you need to know, and it kind of directs you into the path that you need to be on. And so the Bible is number one, I would say. After that, I would say As a Man Thinketh. I think it's by James Allen.
Okay.
I think it was a book written in the early 1900s, really old book. Absolute knowledge in there. Absolute beautiful knowledge in there. I recommend every single entrepreneur, every single man of faith, every single man of anything read that book, because it is life-changing. And then I would say How to Promote Yourself. I forgot who it was written by, but it's, again, early 1900s, How to Promote Yourself. Very good book. And Napoleon Hill was one of my great mentors on YouTube. I get to watch his videos from the 1900s, or I don't know when he was around, but Napoleon Hill has some of that knowledge that really helps.
Awesome. So you had a good amount of positive forces in your life to kind of inspire you and push you to keep
Get
going.
some water.
Go for it, bro. To kind of flip that, obviously with positivity, with greatness, with accomplishing, getting to the next level every time. There's a lot of negativity that comes with it too. A lot of haters, a lot of, how we say, Chuzogner, right? How do you deal with, what was your experience with that? And how did you deal with that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. As when you get to any type of field, you get to a certain level or do certain things, there will always be people that try to talk down on your name, or, try to propel you from what you're doing and try to make you focus on things that don't really matter. Ultimately, for me, it doesn't, what the great ones do in any field, whether it's business or basketball, what anybody says or thinks, it really doesn't matter to what the reality of the situation is in your day to day.
Right.
When you wake up every day, you're the only one that understands what you need to do to keep moving forward.
Of course. Yeah.
And you're the only one that understands the reality of your situation, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. And anybody could say whatever they wish. Anybody can say whatever they want. Ultimately, you wake up and you have a decision every day to do the right things, to be a good person, to do things that you need to do to keep propelling. So I was able to just block out noise, just focus on the day-to-day, focus on the tasks ahead. And ultimately, if you read some of those books that I tell you about, is you don't want to sit there and drop a lot of hate in your heart for any man or any person, for anything that anybody says, because that's a great way to lose focus on what you're doing. And for the most part, it's been extremely positive. I think most people have been very, appreciative of the history and of every step and everything. If there was a little bark here or there,
tune it out.
Yeah, just tune it out. I mean, you should show your love to them, show your respect to them. If they still bark, that's their decision. They may have things in their life that we don't know. They may be going through some things. You just got to show love and respect to everybody and just keep moving.
Yeah. For sure. Do you be getting random Turks and Azeris or some shit coming into your DMs just because you're Armenian? They see your success. I see it all the time on other people's pages and stuff. It will be literally a random Armenian person just posting a viral kind of clip, and it'll just be flooded with Azeri flags and Turkish flags.
Wow.
like just hate, you know,
Yeah.
from that kind of that side of the world.
Yep.
Do you get stuff like that?
I don't. I think, yeah.
It's a blessing, man.
It is. Yeah. I don't. I think because my page is very welcoming.
Okay.
I'm always very, I'm always posting, love all or
Something inspirational.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
always showing, favor to every race, every color, every person. And that's the way I've been kind of taught is growing up is just, just respect everybody. There's good and bad everywhere and spend more time with the good and just, try to educate the bad or try to love the bad or ignore the bad or whatever. But I don't get it much. I mean, it's happened here or there. I've gotten DMs, whatever it is. Maybe it's, a random person from
For sure. No profile picture.
no profile pic. Yeah. Like, random name, just sending, some sort of weird messages. And it has come from that side, but very minimal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you, so I know you spent time in Lebanon. Have you spent time in Armenia with like basketball related stuff?
I played in the Armenian national team in 2017 and 2018.
Okay.
So I did spend some time in Armenia there, a month and a half, maybe 2 months.
Okay.
Awesome experience and obviously love the motherland.
Yeah.
I hope to visit there soon. I think.
I'm sure the kids would love to have you there.
Yeah, I should do it. Yeah.
I could see like a Gary C like gym or something. Like this,
Yeah.
Preparing the kids because I see
Definitely.
basketball popularity like rising, especially in Armenian like females, like the girls. I have a couple friends who are like a coach and they coach Armenian youth, and it's like I'm seeing like Armenian girls playing basketball. I'm like, this is awesome, man. Like I would have never thought that this would be the avenue we're going in. So it's nice to see, and I could totally see you kind of taking everything you know and putting a little base in Armenia and helping that grow there as well.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I think I definitely, I'm like I was telling you when we were walking up here is if I don't pass down my resources, my access, my knowledge, my wisdom, my experience to the youth, both in Armenia and Lebanon, here in Los Angeles and surrounding cities, then I am doing a disfavor to myself and I'm doing a disfavor to pretty much everybody.
The next generation.
The next generation. Yeah, because if we want to see 100 Armenian professional basketball players in 10 years, or if we want to see 100 scholarship athletes in college in 10 years, it's got to start at 10 years old. It's got to start at 11 years old. Right. You don't become a college basketball player at 18 years old. It's too late. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
The mindset, the strategy, the discipline, in the direction, it needs to be mapped out from a young age.
For sure.
I think that's what some people don't understand is, they have their kids going to some camp or whatever, and they think that's going to be enough. It's not. Because this is a day-to-day process. This is a week-to-week process. Things change really fast. The industry is becoming more and more competitive, and
by the second,
you know what I mean? Now there's NIL deals for high school athletes. There's NIL deals for college athletes. Kids are making millions of dollars.
Yeah,
they're literally making millions of dollars in high school.
Oh, high school.
In high school.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and obviously these are some of the top athletes, but the idea is it's becoming so saturated, and even if you're 6'8", from the Congos, you're still gonna have a difficult time trying to find your way here in the States. So I think
it's not just about athleticism and size.
No, it's not. It's about who you know, how hard you work, your character, your social profile, your digital presence.
Right. I was gonna. Yeah. That's also a new thing now, where like social media obviously is at its peak that it's ever been, and even with like regular things like your doctor, for example, for you to have gotten to know him, he probably had to put himself out on like some sort of digital platform and stuff to get that recognition. To be recommended. So it's like. It's a whole package. It's not just about how good are you at basketball. A lot of things come into the package of success.
100%, bro. 100%. And if nowadays, I always say, if you don't put yourself out there, nobody else is. Right. And if you don't market yourself, nobody else will. And the thing is that that's strategic. Everything that I've done for, in my life has been strategic, including my digital presence. Okay. And I think that's one thing that people don't understand nowadays is just posting is not enough.
Right.
Just going out there and posting your highlight video is not enough. Mm-hmm. You need to have a story.
Right.
You need to have a narrative. If these college coaches, these professional coaches, when they're looking at you, they want to hear. They need reasons on why they're going to take you.
Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you about?
100%. You're, and much more, like I said, than just your basketball game, your basketball effort. So digital presence is key. It's another one of the key pillars, I think, of being able to go through each ladder, each step. And, I think that's one thing that I will eventually come back and educate these parents on and hopefully some of these youth on.
Of course. So we've kind of talked about kind of your journey to kind of where you are today, past, present. What's the future looking like? What are your plans, I guess, for the rest of the year, maybe into next year? I don't know how far ahead you already have a solid plan, but what are you thinking? Like, what's next?
Yeah. So right now I'm going to be going under a small procedure, a minor procedure, which is going to be on my scaphoid.
Okay. Fractured it, or?
Yeah, I've injured it in 2020.
Okay.
And it's been kind of a bit chronic.
Nagging you?
Yeah, it's been nagging, and this past season it was a little bit more painful than I wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. So the same doctor that saved me miraculously before the Bucks camp. I'm gonna see him for a procedure. That'll probably, he said, will take me out for maybe about 2.5 months. And then I'll have some physical therapy and things of getting back in shape. Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, we will be working together. So I'll need a rehab and then obviously get myself back into game shape.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back in 2026 probably and I have a ton of opportunities on the table right now.
Awesome. You don't have to spoil it if you don't want it to be out there.
Yeah. I mean, I could talk about a little bit of it. After the summer league, things really blew up, right? Opportunities all over the place. Some opportunities came up in Japan, in the Philippines, obviously Lebanon, and then some in like Qatar and Dubai. New opportunities that are sounded very interesting. And then I, of course, have some opportunities here in the States as well. I was invited to the Dallas Mavericks G League training camp.
Okay.
I was invited to a Bucks vet camp, which I'm not going to be able to make. Okay. So the opportunities were flooded. Me and my agency and my family, we decided that it's best to take a quick pause, take a step back, get my body right, get my wrists right, kind of get everything aligned, and then when 2026 comes back, we'll see what we have, and we'll kind of make a decision there.
You'll be full strength.
Yeah.
You won't have anything lingering.
Exactly.
Especially mentally, like, damn, I got to deal with this.
Exactly. Yeah. Though it's painful, man. When you're playing through injuries, when you're playing through things, it's really tough. So, I want to make sure everything is squared away before I even think about stepping on the court again.
So, I guess to kind of bridge off the court stuff, I know you have an entrepreneurial mindset. I believe you have your own company, right?
Yep.
So like, tell us a little bit about what that company is, what you've been doing with it, and what's the, I guess, next step with that.
Yeah. Kind of goes back to the digital marketing aspect of things, but as I went through my career, I also started developing tremendous access in the marketing space, right?
Okay.
A lot of amazing connections, a lot of amazing resources. I ended up getting contracted with over 1,250 media organizations across the world. Amazing. Some of the biggest ones, Forbes, and others who we now have a partnership where I'm able to work with them. I'm able to present opportunities to them. I'm able to directly keep in contact with some of these publicists, and much more. I put together a digital marketing agency, and we've been handling a ton of different clients in a ton of different niches. Okay. We've mainly been doing, brand reputation, reputation management, And that's what I'm passionate about, is helping people build their brand, helping people build their recognition.
Yeah.
And I have the access and the knowledge and the experience to do that. So I love marketing. I call myself the PR guru. I know probably no one else has heard that before, but you heard it now for the first time.
We heard it now, right here on I Told You So.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm really passionate about that, and you know, we'll continue to stay in that field for probably the rest of my life.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Do you have any like I told you so moments where like something happened or like with someone and you were just like, man, I told you so. I told you I was gonna do this, and you did it. Like,
man, that's a good question.
You can kind of pinpoint just like one or even two that come to your head. That it's
I would say I would say there's a lot of parents out there that would be extremely happy if their son or daughter had the career that I had and done the things that I've done. And when I was growing up, I told everybody that I'm going to do that. And so I guess I told you so.
I guess I told you so, man.
I guess I told you so.
No easier way to say
it.
No. So tell me a little bit about some of your favorite NBA players. Like, who inspired you to like pick up a basketball? I know your family had its role, but of course you had to watch someone, you know, do it at an elite level to where you were like, damn, this is amazing. Like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Was there one guy, multiple guys? Like, who was that for you?
I would say Kobe Bryant. Yeah, Kobe Bryant. Yeah.
My dog.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant. I mean, grew up in LA, obviously.
Yeah.
Watched Kobe his whole life.
R.I.P. the GOAT. Man.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the GOAT for sure. Yeah, man, I think he's just unmatched, untouched.
And I could kind of tell just based on the stuff you were saying about playing through injuries, getting over it. I'm like, he's influenced by Kobe in one way or another.
Yep. Yeah.
So I guess bridging off that, give me your like, if you were to put together like an all-time starting five.
All-time starting five.
Who's your starting? Like, give me your point guard, shooting guard, all that.
It's tough. I would say Stephen Curry at 1.
Okay.
I would say Kobe at the 2.
Got you.
I would say LeBron James at the 3.
Okay.
I would say Shaq at the 5.
That's easy.
And then maybe Kevin Durant at the 4.
Kevin Durant? That's a lethal team. Right
Yeah, it's a lethal team. You can't. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Were you inspired by the sniper, the Easy Money Sniper nickname a little bit, or
to be
was
honest,
that coincidental?
No. I never thought of the nickname Armenian Sniper. I never had a nickname until University of Pacific in 2020.
Okay.
And that was Damon Stoudemire, you know, who put that together and constructed it, and it just ran. So
awesome, man. All right, Gary, it's been a pleasure. I've asked all the questions I have, but there is one important one that I definitely can't miss. I told you before, I played ball in high school. I didn't quite grow enough to get to that college level and whatever. I don't want to make an excuse, but I do need that one-on-one. I want the smoke. I'm trying to play. I'm trying to see what's the gap between the first Armenian in the NBA and me. So I want the smoke, man.
Okay. I think we got to do this. I'm gonna hold you to this.
For
okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna go through my procedure in the next, week or so, whatever.
I don't want excuses.
I'm gonna heal. Yeah. No excuses or nothing. I'm gonna heal up, and once I'm healed up, we're gonna play.
For sure.
But not for free though. We gotta put something on the table.
Shit.
We gotta put some.
I'm with it. As long as it's not crazy. I'm not a baller yet. But something light just to keep the motivation there. I'm with it.
All right, 5,000. Just keep it easy.
Pesos?
Pesos.
5,000 pesos, baby. I got you.
Done deal. Pesos. It's on.
If there's anything you want to kind of wrap up with and give like a final message, go for it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I think I want to finish off with this. When you look at me and everything that was accomplished, everything that we went through, obviously we talked about the odds, less than 0.1% for some of this stuff. When you look at the story and you look back, just know that faith and persistence in prayer was a big part of this. So I don't want that to ever be left out because everything that happened was magical. Second of all, I want to say for all the parents, all the kids, all family, all friends, anybody who showed support during this time, anybody who showed their love, their appreciation during this time, I just want to say thank you. I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely lucky to be in this position. I'm extremely happy to be able to come on, amazing podcasts, or whether I go to schools, or whether I go to churches, or whether I go to anywhere in the world and I speak. I'm extremely happy to be in this position as a leader. And my vow is that I will definitely help the next generation. I'll definitely help the next man up. And don't be afraid to contact me. Don't be afraid to send me an email. I'm always there for you guys. And just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to every single one of you guys.
For sure, man. Well said. And none of that is a lie, because I'm just a random dude. We didn't know each other. I DM'd you, and that's how this whole thing happened.
100%.
A man of his word, a legend.
You, man.
Thank you for
brother.
coming, bro. Gary, told you so, baby. That's it. It's a wrap.
Thank you, guys.